know how long I've been looking for you?
I must finish this.
What'd I do?
Take pride in your work.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Once you recover 3 runes, you likely notice their distinctive flares of light. We begin at the enchanting table. There you will combine a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. This simple puzzle forms a glyph. Now go, piece them together.
Shora, Denima, Ta.
That's not right.
Shora, Oko, Ta.
Craft a glyph using... You should attach it to an item so you can see the enchantment's effects. You are now certified to fulfill enchanting rites. May you unravel the secrets of Nirn. Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet. Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline. As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction. Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion. Yes, every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go, find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me. Good. Now go to an alchemy station. Use a solvent and 2 differing reagents to craft a potion. The reagents must possess common traits, or you'll waste all components. You see, Alchemy is as simple as pairing like with like.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Always the same, day after day.
Blend the solvent's purity with the reagent's traits. Return to me when you've crafted a potion. Your potions have a slight fizz to them, but your skill with admixtures is unquestioned, far better than my former apprentice. You are now authorized to obtain and fulfill alchemy writs. May your elixirs remain potent and your reagents fresh. Mastery of 3 crafts is its own reward.
Think twice before you cross it.
You there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
Where in oblivion did he... Keep it short, stranger. I've got a skeever's nest of problems on my hands. Problem? I've got a battlefield full of ghosts, sprung out of the ground like corn in the month of mid-year. They killed those Covenant bastards, which is great. But how do you kill what's already dead? My mages can't even agree on what to do. I've known Furan and Risa for a while now. I respect them both. I just need to know which of them has the better idea. Start with Furan, then talk to Risa. Hear them out and do what they ask of you. When you've decided what's best, let me know. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what I was going to do out here. Thank you, traveler. Yes, damned skeever snuck around the city and came at us from the wastes to the north. Damned good strategy. Hit us from this side and by sea and squeezed the city in the middle. Hope Holgan and his troops are holding up. Damn, but that's good to hear. Drove those daggers back into the sea, eh? Heh, good work. As soon as we get these things dealt with, I'll buy him a drink. Maybe introduce him to the fish stink down on the docks. Do I look like a Telvanni mage? I have no idea. Furan said something about climber elves. I guess the dark elves used to be really good at scaling mountains. Look, just ask him and leave me to the soldiering.
What? Today? Of all days? What was it about today that made these spirits become so restless? Ah, greetings. Yes, I was just thinking about the situation here. These spirits make up an ancient army of Kaimer warriors. Blade masters from the time before Red Mountain. It's fascinating to observe ancestors so closely. My brother's plan, actually. Giron believes we can control the dead, harness them in a powerful defense for the Watch. His method must be tested before we attempt a larger ritual. Take this smoky pendant and use it on one of the ancient dead. You may have to weaken it a bit first. If it binds a spirit, bring both back to me. If it doesn't, well, we'll deal with that when the time comes. Go bind a spirit. I need to know if the ritual can work. Do you really need to know more to use Giron's pendant? Fine. I will answer what questions you have. Yes, the ancient precursors to the noble Dark Elf race. Warred with the Dwemer and the Needs from the north, sought to master the world around them. A rich race with a fascinating history, but not important right now. They seem to be attacking everyone. Clearly, these soldiers died in battle. In death, their hatred and battle lust lives on eternally. The perfect weapon in the right hands. I have theories. The volcano, the Covenant, several variables to account for. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say some kind of magical disturbance, combined with the presence of an invading army, rousted the Chimera from Aetherius.
That pendant is our best work. Look after it.
You see these miserable spirits. They need not suffer this way.
Stretch your tail here in peace.
Be welcome in Wallow, soldier. We aid Mistress Risa in her humble works.
You brought a spectral friend. Nicely done. Just so. It proves we can force these spirits to guard Darvan's watch. A potent defense from any future siege. Giron has a plan for repeating this ritual on a larger scale.
A word with you. Over here, away from the brothers. Please, talk with me. What the Ree brothers' plan is wrong. Enslaving the dead is evil. Furon does not understand this. As for Giron, I think he does not care. There is a better way. Just so. Take this talisman, use it, and learn how to free a spirit. They will cling to this world, so first, you must weaken them. When you have done this, speak to me again.
My turn, please.
I can feel it. The talisman has been used. It was. Spirits are not meant to be trapped. Furon wants to enslave them through magic, but that's torture to the dead. Freeing these spirits is the right path.
I need a solution. Stabbing spirits gets us nowhere. Any ideas? Well, it's all beyond me. I'm just another sword swinger. What should we do? Well, maybe enslaving their dead's not the best idea. That Scaleback sees the world differently, but she's seldom wrong. Let Risa know. She'll tell you the rest.
You made the right decision. By freeing their commanders. Where they go, their men will follow. The cracks in the earth have uncovered relics of the past. Search for relics belonging to the Chimera General and his captains. Then we can wrest their attention from the past. The dead have spoken to me like whispers on the wind. Their leader is a powerful Mer named Red Rathrin. He was accompanied by his most loyal soldiers, 2 women named Adrana and Risari. Relics of their service should be perfect for the ritual. I will meet you at a nearby Daedric ruin. It's the perfect space to complete the ritual. Find me there, with the relics, and we will return these dead men to their rest.
I see. That soft Argonian convinced you. Will we throw away our weapons next? Just remember what might have been.
Such a loss. All the dead. Lost.
The river flows so slowly. Much slower. A living soul. It has been so long. To walk the river again, it is so strange and so sad. I and the other Saxley have not returned willingly. We Argonians were slaves to the Chimera in our time, as I sense they can be today. Even in death, we serve our cruel masters, slaves to their will. The Chimera would not willingly release us to Aetherius. To set their souls free on the river, you will have to destroy the Keepers. If you would do this, you will find me on the road away from here. I sense something I must see for myself.
The Fallen will not be disturbed. Fear the fury of the unliving. Why do you defile the dead?
I appreciate it.
Let's see if we can put these spirits to rest. Lead your men to the lands beyond. Begone!
Fool! You don't have the power to compel me.
Pure rains make sweet rivers. Your wisdom is your strength. Their leaders have moved beyond. May they find peace. For now, the rest remain like moths. They're no threat to the living, but they'll soon follow. You sacrificed power to give the dead peace. This was not an easy choice. Your kindness means there's hope. I think it's up to me and my assistants to give back. We want to bestow a unique gift to this battlefield, a sacrifice to allow plants and trees to grow again. Even a dry swamp regrows after many rains. I will explain in time. For now, go to the Quama chamber east of here and find the mushroom called Quama Cap. I must speak with my students. I will meet you there.
The smell of brimstone is strong in my nostrils. Even as a spirit, this place smells of ash and death. Have you done as I asked? You are very kind. Strangely kind for a place like the Ashlands. I stand here, tasting the air, and do you know what I've learned? The Saxilil you saved, the Argonians, they are not the only ones in danger. This pact forged in the wake of war is fragile, so fragile. Remember the history of violence. My brethren are safe, and the Ashlands bubble with hope. I pass now down the river to swim in the currents of Aetherius. Go well in your own passage, traveler.
You have the Kwama cap? I will not touch it. Yet. Please, take a piece to each of my students. They understand what must be done, and they are ready. After that, meet me at the southern mustering camp. War has wounded this land. Now it is our turn to sacrifice, so the plane can heal. My students understand this, and are willing.
Look at that sky. Get you something while you admire the view?
Welcome, traveler. Yes, my body will perish, but my soul will become one with the trees of this place. The land will bloom again. Please, give me the cap.
I stand ready to assist Risa. Yes, and I am grateful. When we meet in the next world, tell me how beautiful the land became.
They are brave, my acolytes. Now it comes to me. Our blood will be the water, our bones the soil. I will make this gift, this sacrifice. Trees, plants, one day it will all bloom again. Blood is water, water is life. May the Hist embrace you.
Surveying the battlefield? There will be many more. The Covenant has only retreated. Now we must drive them out.
Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for. Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it. Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past. Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events. Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colobian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Veron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahat, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner. These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Manamako convinced Veron that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Veron as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Each of the 5 companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about? You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard. Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group. Manamako the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Each of the 5 the Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before. Manamako the traitor, disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manamako, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manamako, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Varen Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manamako, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Molag Bal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nan and Oblivion, allowing Manamako to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate the plane melt. Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra. Manamako tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Lyris was captured by Manamako and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manimarco and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of oblivion. But the soul burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired. Molag Bal's dark angers pierced the torn veil and seemed to draw near into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction appearing all throughout Tamriel. Lord of brutality and domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plane meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the Harborage? As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met. Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Manimarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.